We're going to begin tonight's meeting with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could I make a motion approving the village board meeting minutes from April 17th?
Make a motion.
Second.
Any additions, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, first thing off tonight is a special presentation by our chief.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate the opportunity to present two of our officers this evening with our departmental highest award, which is the Medal of Valor. But before we do that, I'd like you to watch the video from the events of January 24th, 2025 at Legacy Drive, where we had a fire occur in one of the apartment buildings there. And the video runs about 10 or 11 minutes. The footage is raw, as is the language. It's important, as I watched this video multiple times and talked with other members, that this video not be sanitized in any way. And we're not going to apologize for that. This is real life. This is what happened. And I would ask you to pay close attention to a few things. First and foremost, I would ask you to pay attention to the fact that there is absolutely no, and I mean no, hesitation on the part of these two individuals to run inside a fully engulfed building. None whatsoever. Sergeant Gwynn is a longtime member of the fire service. You'll notice his comments to Officer Hardesty to stay low and to watch his head. Stay low is because there's fire in the building, there's heavy smoke, and breathing is going to be difficult. And to stay low because fire has now gone up into the roof and debris is going to be falling upon them. Taryn, I'd ask you to start the video, please.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Yep, got it. What apartment is it? Hurry all the way up. It's apartment 3. I don't know what that means. So we got to start with the top. Watch your head. Yep. Stay low.
These two individuals are trapped and unable to get out.
Can you walk downstairs? Can you walk downstairs? Okay, here, come with me. Come in. You okay? Come in. Hey, stay right here. Hey, you! Hey! Get over here. I got you. Come here. Stay right here. I got you right here. I got one on. Let's go. Yep.
For the next 2 to 3 minutes, Officer Hardesty assists that woman down the stairs and out of the building. This is now Sergeant Gwynn's body camera.
keys. Is everybody out? Is everybody out? Which apartment? All right. Dylan, start with the top. Which apartment? Apartment 3. Apartment 3? Well, we gotta start with the top. Watch your head. Yep. Stay low. Yep. Come on, buddy. Dylan, we're gonna have to carry you. Alright. This one. Is there anybody in the apartments? You guys stay down there.
That glow you see is fire right outside that sliding door.
Police! Police department! Hello? Police? Is anybody in here? Police? Police? Alright, boss. Yeah, I need help with this guy, though. I can't. I know, you guys stay right here, okay? Yeah. Hey, I'm going to the far apartment and I'll be right back. Stay right here.
You can see the smoke in that hallway. He's going in there to get some clean air.
Boss, keep this door closed. Don't keep this door closed. Back it up. Keep this door closed. Jared, come here. I know, I got it. Don't try just dragging him down. Alright. This is one of the fire apartments. These two are clear. I can't get into that end one. It's the only one I can't boot. Do you have a Halligan? Those two? These three are all clear. I just cleared them. That one's, I don't know if it's clear, but there's a lot of fire in there. And the far one, like I said, is the only one I can get into, but I'm guessing they're both involved. I haven't been down this hallway, I just went to the fire hallway. Do you have your keys? I got There's fire on all these railings out here in these apartments. They're totally. You can see where they're. That's getting bad. That stairwell which should still be clear. Clear. Yo. Alright, we go. It's totally smoked over. I can't get it. Hey, buddy, listen to me. I cleared all 3 of these apartments. These 2? Yeah. There's a sprinkler activation. There's going to be fire. That very far right one. I haven't been in that very far right one. I just opened the door. You don't need a tool. These are all clear. All right? Up and over, D. Second floor? They say they need the second floor. Okay. Let's go. All right. All right, D, we gotta get this guy down. Let's go, dude. We gotta go right now. You ain't going to the chair either. Let's go. Get up under me. I got you, buddy. I got you. Come on. I got you. Come on. We're okay, dude. The roof's coming down. We gotta go. Look it out, boys. Come on, buddy. Stay on your feet, brother. Stay on your feet. You're okay. I know, buddy. Hold on.
At this point, they're bringing them outside.
We got him.
It took about 3 minutes to get them down those 3 sets of stairs.
You all right, buddy? We got you. Come on. Couple more pushes, ready? Come on in. There you go, boss. Come on down. All right. Ready? Got you. Blanket, something. I know, brother. We had to get you out of there. We had to get you out of there. Yeah.
At that point, Officer Hardesty runs to his car.
All right, how you doing? I know it sucks, but what the fuck is that? I had to get you out of there. All right? We're okay. How you doing? Right here. You're all right, buddy. You're all right. All right, buddy. We got you. What's your name, bro? Larry. I'm Jason. Sorry I had to drag you, buddy, but I had to get you out of there, okay?
What's your name, buddy? Larry, are you hurt at all?
No.
Are you sure? Where were you, on the 3rd floor?
Yeah.
My
girlfriend's lawyers. Okay, did you get any smoke in here or anything?
Yeah, you got smoke. We pulled him from the hallway because his chair would move. Yeah. They're here now, brother. I just didn't want him laying in the snow. We're good, buddy. We're good. One more thing. Good job. Go grab my phone out of the car. We gotta start making notifications. Yes, sir. I opened up my garage. That's right over there. Okay. Is that a fire hydrant? Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious that if we're not for their quick actions, their bravery, their gallantry, that people would have perished in this fire. They put their lives on the line. There's not a finer example of what being a balls of a police officer is all about than what these two gentlemen did. Mayor, would you join me down there, please? For their conspicuous bravery, gallantry, and courage, their actions are in the highest traditions of the law enforcement profession. I have no honor greater and no privilege greater than to present Sergeant Jason Gwynn and Officer Dylan Hardesty with our Departmental Medal of Valor. Gentlemen. Mayor, would you present Sergeant Gwynn with his plaque, please? And I'll present Officer Hardesty.
Okay, I don't know where to go. We're good.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Obviously, you all just saw that video, and if you're not moved by it, you have my sympathy, because it's quite the act of bravery and courage. Both of them very glad this evening that their spouses are with us. I'm going to ask Kelsey and Kelly to come forward and please pin our Medal of Valor onto your husband's left pocket below the badge. It's a little tricky. I think it'll just hang there for the time being.
We don't have any needs. You want me to go?
Thank you. Our community and our department thanks the two of you for your outstanding work, your bravery, your gallantry, and your professionalism. I salute you both. Mayor, any words?
Only to express our gratitude as a community for these gentlemen and for the selfless actions they took that night. I just want to congratulate them and thank them for being employees of the Village of Baldwinsville and stepping up for our citizens.
Thank you, Mayor. We do have... Mayor, with your permission, can we take a short recess for some cake and allow them to mingle with our folks here?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Joe, nice picture.
I hate seeing myself in the floating head in the back of those pictures.
Okay, so back to the meeting. We're going to move on to yet another special presentation. This one from Dr. Joseph DeBarbary and Assistant Superintendent for Management Services, Tiffany Turner.
Thank you. So I feel standing up here now at this point unfit to be here, given what we just witnessed. So I will make this brief, and if you have questions, you have information in front of you, I would encourage anyone in our school committee to attend our public hearing for our school budget vote and opportunity to meet the candidates for the Board of Education on Monday, May 12th at 6 p.m. in our transportation center on West Entry Road in Baldwinsville. But just to highlight our budget, like we appreciate the partnership that we have with the Village of Baldwinsville and Baldwinsville Police Department. We know this year specifically was a little bit of a struggle at the end of the summer getting the agreements in place, not to anyone's fault here, but because of some of the rules and regulations from the state, so I appreciate the cooperation and diligence from both the village attorney, our attorney, and chief, and all of you for approving those contracts and continuing the outstanding program that we have with Baldwinsville Police Department with our school resource officer program. So thank you for that. To the proposed budget for the 25-26 school year, the budget is up. Budget increase of approximately 5.57%. That seems like a lot, but I do want to highlight the fact that if we were to take out, you'll hear a little bit about our capital projects and the debt service. If we were to take that out of that budget-to-budget increase percentage, we're really looking at around a 3% budget-to-budget increase for the instructional program and what we do on a regular basis with supporting our students. That corresponding increase due to debt service also has a corresponding state aid, so there's really not an increase to our taxes because of the debt service, because of the aid that we're receiving. So we're happy about that and happy and excited to report that out. Our three main components that we present every year on our instructional budget, we have the program component, the administrative component, and the capital component. The program component, as you would anticipate, it's what we do. It's anything connected to working and supporting our students in our instructional program. And that makes up the largest component of our budget, approximately 78%. The administrative component, we're looking at about an 8% of the overall budget for our administrative component. That covers all of our BOCES services, central administration, our principals and assistant principals, our administrative staff, our staff development, and learning coaches. What we are most excited about for, again, a couple years in a row now, we have the lowest administrative cost per student within all of our Onondaga, Cortland, Madison, Oneida, BOCES regions. So we're excited about that. We think we do a great job. And to keep those administrative costs at the lowest level possible, we're happy to be able to do that for our taxpayers. The capital component makes up just under 15% of our overall budget, and we are grateful for our school community for supporting the capital project works that we have currently happening on the main campus and across our district, as well as the support that everyone showed this past December overwhelmingly with the historic vote and the $242 million multi-year plan that was approved by voters. So we can't thank our community enough for all of that support. As I mentioned, the budget-to-budget increase just over 5.5%. What that means to our tax levy, we're looking at a 3.21% tax levy increase. Now, what I think is important to point out to our school community, as it has been historically over the last several years, is that's a projection. That is our tax cap, so we're going out at the tax cap. But what we know historically is that when the board approves the budget, we put it out to voters, it's an estimated percentage increase. And when the board adopts the warrants in August, based on growth within our school community, we've seen a lot of growth in Baldwinsville because of new construction. And we know that historically the actual rate is actually, over the last at least 6 years, been negative. So looking at last year, or this current year's budget, 25-26, we went out with an estimated 3.89% tax levy increase, and the actual was actually a negative 9.6%, again, due to growth. And unless your home was reassessed because you had work done on your home, there hasn't been reassessments over the last several years. And my understanding in talking with the villages, or excuse me, not the villages, but the town of Lysander and the town of Van Buren, that's not happening again this year. So it's given us an opportunity to really see how much our community does grow with new construction, whether residential or business. So we feel like we're doing a solid job of keeping taxes at a reasonable rate for our school community, and knowing that the opportunities that our students get each and every day because of the support of the community means a lot to all of us. So that covers the first proposition, which is our annual school budget. The second proposition that we have this year is for our continued replacement of our school buses. We're going out with just a proposition for internal combustion buses. We're looking to purchase 14 diesel-powered buses at a cost not to exceed $2.8 million. And what we know, we are highly aided in transportation. So the cost over the course of a 5-year period for that to our taxpayers really ends up being insignificant. When you look at the total budget that we have, $115,000, and break that out over the course of the 5 years, it's not a lot because of the aid that we are generating for transportation. So that is our second proposition, and it's important for us. We have a fleet of well over 120 buses, and we keep and maintain our buses for over 10 to 12 years, and you know what it's like to drive a vehicle for that long in this type of climate, given the miles that we operate. So it's important for us to have the community support in approving the proposition for additional buses. What happens in the future with the zero emission mandate, we're waiting to see, and just like many of you, what the state budget for fiscal year 26 looks like. And ever since they made the announcement recently, we're still in a holding pattern. We don't know how that's going to impact us at this point in time, but hopefully by the end of the week, we will know. Our third proposition is for the establishment of a 10-year, $10 million capital reserve. Does not mean we're looking to fund that right away. It's an opportunity for us to establish that reserve, and then if we have excess funds at the end of each calendar year, the board has the ability to transfer funds into that account. What we know is that over the last several years, we have used capital reserves to offset the local share for all of our capital projects that we have ongoing. So this is important for us. It does not mean right now we're going to spend $10 million. We don't have $10 million to put into a capital reserve, but it gives us the ability to add over time. And what's also unique, and why we encourage folks to support the capital reserve establishment, is that voters still have authorization at a later point in time to spend that reserve. So it's an opportunity to weigh in again for future projects. And last but not least, we do have 3 board seats up for re-election. We have a seat that's held by one of our board members here tonight, Sam Shraven, Tom Bull, and Wayne Davison, and they are all running unopposed for re-election. So we would encourage folks to come out and vote on Tuesday, May 20th in our operations building from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have, or anybody in the public. I encourage you to come to our public hearing as well. But I don't want to take any more time unless you have questions for me. And I feel bad even saying what I said today, given everything that went on earlier. That was a meaningful ceremony, and I appreciate everything that you said, Chief.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Thank you for coming to visit with us.
Go Bees.
Is the pizza so as good as it wasn't in the house?
That's your question? Okay, moving on to citizens' comments. Does anybody have any comments on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to trustees' comments. I believe we're at Joe's side of life this time.
I would just like to remind the community that once again our flag disposal bin is now at the Four Corners again, same place where the Christmas letters to Santa is, and I believe that's here all summer until through till Christmas again. So
What was the day they usually did the burn out there at the fairgrounds?
the burn happens at the fairgrounds just the weekend of Memorial Day.
I think
So
that's when they want them by them, assuming.
it could be. In any case, that's the proper way to dispose of a flag. Please just don't put it in the trash. That's all I have. I'll stick with the agenda for the rest.
And I'll just echo what he's saying, that that's actually not the village's. The village has nothing to do with that. That is a private citizen who does that as a service to the village. So thank you to that.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Person. I think I know. It's the It's the law office there at the corner.
Last thing that you could also take them to the library.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they also.
Well, the Legion does too. The Legion took the VFW's one.
Right.
Yeah.
So thank you to them for doing that for multiple years that they've done it, and I don't have anything else to add.
I am going to stick to the agenda.
Okay.
And,
Europe?
well, I just wanted to remind everybody about the Memorial Day Parade on May 30th at 6 o'clock PM, sorry. So, that's it.
No, I'll stick with the agenda tonight.
Okay, before I say anything, I just want to express my deep admiration and for Officers Gwynn and Hardesty for the incredible courage and professionalism they demonstrated on that terrible, terrifying night. You must be very proud of those two men.
I couldn't be more proud.
Anyway, and also I'm going to preface this comment with saying that I'm very gratified that we now have these flashing beacons that select crosswalks. That's a big accomplishment. But I'm going to read something that indicates that we still have more to do in terms of pedestrian safety in this community. This was brought to my attention last week. It was a post in the Baldwinsville Community Connection Facebook group by an anonymous person. And it goes as follows. I'm still shaking as I type this, but I was holding my toddler's hand walking north across East Genesee Street in the Four Corners crosswalk. I was already in it as I started crossing when the crosswalk light turned on, when a Chevy SUV driven by a female almost hit me and my child. The white sedan behind them was honking for them to speed through the light. Luckily, I reached the sidewalk before the second driver sped around the SUV. To the male driver of the white sedan with plates ending in 7077, pedestrians have the right of way when the crosswalk light is on. Doesn't matter if you have a green arrow or not. Road rage is not cute. You can kill someone. As for the driver of the SUV, pay attention better. Now this illustrates an ongoing issue that I think we have with the Four Corners light system. Twice since I've lived in the village, I've almost been hit in one of those crosswalks. About a year ago, I witnessed a woman get hit in a crosswalk when she had the light in her favor. And I've heard multiple stories from, a lot of other people that, this happens regularly. And I think the problem is that, everyone's in a hurry to get through the Four Corners. And especially if they have a green arrow, they're not looking for people in the crosswalk. They don't expect people to be in the crosswalks that they're turning into. But the green arrow gives them the permission to do that. And I think this is something we need to take up with the State Department of Transportation to rethink how the crossings operate at the Four Corners. I know Chief Leffencheck has talked about scramble crossing, which shuts down all traffic while people are crossing. I don't know if that's feasible. I don't know if the DOT would go for it, but we could, at least maybe persuade them to have red arrows to prevent people from turning into crosswalks whenever pedestrians have the walk light in their favor. And that's all I have. I don't have anything to add to the agenda.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to respond to that. That was at the bottom. I'm going to be meeting with a team from New York State DOT May 14th to review a lot of those kinds of issues, the excessively large signs that interfere with snow removal and commerce in the center of town, as well as a review of the unique placement the contractors did with some of the warning system that I brought up last time.
Unique is a nice word for it.
So whatever. So we're going to meet with several different components of DOT. I also
Bring
want
this up too.
Okay. And I don't know if anything will come out of that, but we'll meet with them.
All right.
I wanted to announce that Shakespeare in the Park is moving to Tuesday, August 5th, I believe, as opposed to Thursday at their request. So it'll be August 5th at 6 p.m. So we can go. Won't even have to have a special board meeting on the island. I want to echo Ruth that Memorial Day Parade will be on Friday, May 30th, not Memorial Day holiday. I assume traffic was pretty much going to get shut down at 5:45 to 6 o'clock, so people need to plan ahead. Don't plan on driving through Baldwinsville on Friday, the 30th. Seek alternate routes to get home. The crosswalks. It's great having the yellow flashing things, sign, lights. I want to remind drivers that if those lights are flashing, it indicates you probably should slow down. There may be somebody in the crosswalk. There may not, but you need to be aware of the fact that something lit up the crosswalk. They may have already crossed and been out of the way. I've used it twice and watched, and both times cars went through and then put their brakes on after they went through and they realized, whoa. So I want to also point out to pedestrians, don't think that a yellow light means the cars are stopping. Make sure everything's stopped before you step out into the traffic. We don't want anyone to be a hood ornament. And the other things I want to mention, because activity's going on, Lock Street construction is beginning. Stuff is going on down there. You know, the drill rigs are down there. The next phase will be underway this summer. And also, I had mentioned in the work session, I met with the owners of Legacy Apartments that we saw the video as it burned. And I'm pleased to say that they're eager to replace the structure, not just leave a burned out building over there. They hope to be onto that this summer, replacing it. Other than that, I will stick to the agenda and refer over to our attorney.
I'll stick with the agenda.
I will stick with the agenda, thank you.
Mr. Trevor.
I'll stick with the agenda too, thanks.
Okay, Renee.
There's always news.
Sorry, from the Senior Center, of course, we have some upcoming events. We have a Mother's Day party on May 9th at 11 o'clock with music. May 16th, we're going to have a health and wellness fair from 1 to 3. We have a Father's Day party coming up June 13th at 11 for anyone that can attend. And our annual golf tournament will be on the 23rd of June. Anyone wants to attend that, just give the center a call. We can give them the details on it. And then I'll stick to the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
Where's the golf tournament?
Yep.
It's at Battle Island State Park.
Whoa. Anybody with a slice is in trouble. It's a fun little.
Should we take the day off from work?
Great.
I think you should.
And then go to our league nights right after?
Let's do it.
Sure. Are we done? We'll move on to our DPW.
I just want to say real quick, crews are going around picking up yard waste, so please put it by the road and we'll be around picking it up. Crews are also doing...
By the road, not in the road.
Correct, by the road, not in the road. Crews are also doing lawn restoration and a few straggler mailboxes that were hit by plows over the winter, so you'll see us around. That's all I have.
And I've noticed they're working in the gardens already around the village hall. I don't know.
Yeah,
Nice.
we got a couple crews, different crews, and we're doing a little mix of everything.
I did share, I've had a former mayor has sent me text messages and photos complimenting the trails and how good the parks look and complimenting DPW. And feels that you guys are doing a bang-up job out there.
We took good advantage of that break we had in March and got on the park, so we got lucky this year.
Okay.
Bang up job, we're not talking about mailboxes, so that's a good thing.
But since there's no questions, we'll move on to the chief.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to point out that I forgot to introduce him earlier. Chief McIntyre from the fire department was here tonight as well, and he and I had multiple conversations about this incident and things, so I appreciate his presence here. I would echo your comments about the new pedestrian crosswalks as far as motorists go, but also I actually in my travels have not seen the lights in operation, although I've seen probably at least a dozen pedestrians in those crosswalks. They just haven't pushed the buttons. So I think it's going to be an education both for the motorists and for the pedestrians. So, I literally have not seen those in operation yet. So
I used them.
I don't doubt that people are, but I've seen plenty of pedestrians that aren't pushing that button.
I've seen that as well.
We just, it's a two-way street, and it's just gonna take some time, I think, but I certainly can understand and echo your comments and agree with them. And then, for those of you that saw our Facebook post yesterday, Officer Joe Serra and I traveled to Albany. He received an award from New York chapter of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, New York Stop DWI, and the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee on his diligent efforts on traffic safety and DWI enforcement. This is the second year in a row that Joe's been recognized. Last year, both he and Officer McCaleb were recognized. The year before, Officer McCaleb. So this is like our third or fourth year in a row that we've had members of our organization recognized on a statewide level for their diligence and performance in this area. It's an area that's near and dear to my heart since I lost a brother to an impaired motorist, and I appreciate his efforts, and it was very nice to be there with him yesterday. And actually, Officer Halsey, it was her day off, but she works midnight shift with Joe, and she decided to travel down there as well since his wife couldn't make it. So she said, I'll go along, and she took pictures, and it was very nice of her. It was a long ceremony that started at noon and didn't finish up till 3 because it was people all over the state. So that was very nice. But other than that, Mayor, unless there's questions, I will let the board continue on with the agenda.
Questions?
Congrats.
Then we will move on to pending business and the word none. New business. We have a motion to authorize the mayor to send a letter to the Honorable William B. Magnarelli, New York State Assembly, and also we'll send one to Senator Rachel May's office, although they don't require it, that the village will indeed implement the home rule request for release of water or sewer funds and the implementation of a 2% room occupancy tax.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Then we will send it tomorrow.
Okay.
Are there any public comments regarding anything?
Sure.
Okay.
Mary Ann Williams, representing the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce. We have a coffee talk next Wednesday morning at PAC-B TV, 10 a.m. And I just want to make sure everybody understands. These are drop-in. Anyone can come. A member of the chamber, a community member, anybody. Expecting you will be there. Yes. And then on Wednesday, May 14th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., we have our monthly luncheon at San Miguel. You do have to register online. You can go to our website, www.baldwinsvillechamber.com. Look on our calendar. There's the link. And we had the Earth Day cleanup last Saturday in conjunction with Rotary and Rotary's Interact Club, and then Paths to Recovery Mental Health Counseling, and then a Cub Scout troop showed up. So we had a really good group out there in the rain picking up garbage. We had a good time and did a little good. And then I just also want to say thank you to Chief Leffencheck and to Trustee Frylu for coming to our member showcase Tuesday night at Anheuser-Busch. It's very much appreciated.
It was a great event.
Absolutely, very fun time.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it.
Now, the coffee thing is Tuesday, Wednesday at 10. And Cindy, could you tell people where PAC-B is?
Well, it's in Lysander Town Hall, if anybody knows where that is, on Loop Road, just past Anheuser-Busch. You go in to the Loop Road, you loop around, and you go all the way to the far end of the building. Don't go in the first drive, go in the second one. You will see signs that say PAC-TV and also the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center. And the entrance is on the far left, the east side of the building. There you go.
It's 8200 Loop Road.
Okay.
And I think that would be the north side of the building, just...
I think it would be the east side.
How about the northeast side?
Yeah, let's agree that.
I'm excited.
Whatever.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else that wishes to address the board? If not, could I have a motion to pay bills as audited?
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting
8:29.
at 8:29?
Motion.
Second.
We got through all that in an hour?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Definitely in favor. Supposed to be Nate.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
It is the east side now.